Here are the tests on my 2022 Project Source Pro Flush. It is set to the water line on the original flush valve, and it is using all original parts. And all this grime in the tank is from the yellow plague that we're having right now, also known as pollen. So let's give this a flush and see how it does on tests. The flush is too short. I don't think I would be able to have a toilet like this in my house. I would definitely need to adjust that water line or replace the flush valve with one that allows the toilet to use more water. So first, I am going to try a washcloth. This should be an easy pass. Did perfectly as expected. Now let's see if it can take a grocery bag. I think it will pass. Did perfectly. Now let's try the washcloth and the grocery bag together. I don't think the trapways on these are as good as the Aquasource Henshaw, so I think it will probably clog. It passed, kind of, but it took a second flush. So I'm just going to go ahead and try that test again and see if I can get it to pass with a press and release flush. And the logo has almost entirely worn off of this bag, which suggests that it may be time for a new one. But anyway, let's see if it can take this with a press and release flush. Second try. It did it. It definitely struggled, but it took it with a press and release flush. I'm impressed. Now let's see if it can take a dish towel. I think it should pass this pretty easily. I think it stopped up towards the end, but it took it pretty well. Now let's see how it flushes with a clogged siphon jet. Most modern toilets have a flapper that's got a little hole in the front of it to regulate the speed at which it closes and save water, but since this toilet has a taller flush valve, the flapper does not have a hole in it, so it should stay up until the tank empties to the level of the flush valve. So it should complete the flush. It mostly worked. It was a bit weak, but at least it siphoned, and that's pretty cool. So I am going to wait for the tank to fill back up, and I'm going to do a clogged siphon jet test with an overfilled tank and see how that goes. The tank is filled all the way to the top, So now I'm going to do a press and release flush with a full tank and a clogged siphon jet. That was awesome. I love it. And it filled up really quickly too. Did you hear that fill valve shut off? That was really fast, and I really love the flush. I kind of wish that back in the day they made a toilet like this with a 3-inch flush valve, but used 3.5 gallons instead of 1.28, so we could have a flush like that, but have it be a vintage toilet designed this way and not a modern toilet with some paper towels shoved up the siphon jet. Now let's try a dirt test. And I do mean it this time. I was actually able to get real dirt because it's warming up outside and the dirt is not as wet. And I don't know when this is going to post, but you might be like, didn't it warm up way back in the spring? Well, this video was filmed on March 1st. So anyway, let's see if it can take dirt. I'm guessing it will leave more than I'd like around the sides, and it might have bad bowl clearance because of the short flush, but there's only one way to find out. So I actually think it did better than I thought around the sides. It left a little bit right here, which is really no big deal. I'm a little bit disappointed. I think it could have done better around the back. It did leave some sand in the bowl, and it left this around the sides, which, as you know, new toilets just have that weird problem where they leave a little bit of dirt on the side, and even if water goes past it, it'll still stay there. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the phone back up, give you guys a second flush, and see how much the toilet takes. It took 2 flushes, but I think it cleared the dirt pretty well. So that is about all for these tests. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and turn on notifications. It helps my channel a lot and I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.